This is Advanced Math, Unit 1, Lesson 8B. All right, we're going to get right into problems. These are a bit more heavy duty than what we're used to. Number 1, we're going to simplify, and this is definitely a test question, the type of problem you're going to see on the test that a lot of kids struggle with. It looks like this. I'm going to use this whole space across. I do write kind of big, but make sure you're giving yourself enough room. Okay. Parentheses, t squared minus 6, close parentheses, raised to the third, parentheses, t squared minus 3, close parentheses, 4t minus, parentheses, t squared minus 3, close parentheses, squared, parentheses, t squared minus 6, close parentheses, squared, parentheses, 6t, all over, parentheses, t squared minus 6 raised to the 6th power. Okay. So, again, this is on the test. These are ones that kids typically struggle with. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to suggest, you do not have to, but substitution. It seems like most of you like it, so I am going to use it. You can definitely do this without substitution. I'll show you what that looks like in just a little bit. Okay, so actually I'll show it to you now. You can hit pause and take a look. I'm just going to show it to you quickly. That's without substitution. I'm going to show it to you with substitution. So you're going to let u equal. All right, so I have a t squared. Oh, first off, make sure at the top you recognize that there are two terms. First term, second term. There's a number of factors there and a number of factors there, but there's two terms. First term, second term. In both terms, I have a t squared minus 6. So I'm going to let that be u. T squared minus 6. I'll let z equal, let's see, is there anything else in common? Yes, I have a t squared minus 3 here and a t squared minus 3 there. So I'm going to let that z equal t squared minus 3. Okay, so what I do next is rewrite the whole thing. So I'm going to write my fraction. T squared minus, first thing I'm going to do is take that 4t out to the front. I don't like it at the end. 4t, this is u to the third. T squared minus 3 is z. And that's the first term. 4t, u to the third, z. Okay, minus, I'm going to bring this 6t out to the front. T squared minus 3 is z, so it's z squared. T squared minus 6 is u, so it is u squared. That's my second term. First term, second term. 6t, that's the z, so z squared, u squared. All over t squared minus 6 is u, so it's u to the 6th power. I cannot do any reducing because there's two terms at the top, so I'm going to pull out a GCF. 2 goes into both, actually 2t. And what else? Let's see, there's a u cubed and a u squared, so I'm going to write down u squared. There's a z and a z squared, so I'm going to write down a z. Parentheses. 2t times what is 4t? That's 2. U squared, I need another u to make it u cubed. Z is already taken care of, so it's just 2u on the first term. Minus 2t times 3 is 6t. U squared, there's already u squared taken care of. Z times another z to make the z squared. All over u to the 6th. Now, technically, right now, because it's in factored form, there's my GCF, there's my parentheses, I am able to reduce. So if you wanted to reduce now, you can. If it confuses you to reduce now, then save it for the end. I'm going to reduce. U squared is gone, and this becomes u to the 4th, because I crossed out two sets. Okay, so now I'm ready to plug everything back in. 2t, parentheses, what's going here for where the u used to be? T squared minus 6 and I'm going to start that piece over. I apologize. 2t staying, u is gone, so the z is t squared minus 3. Okay, so this here is this here. 2t and then t squared minus 3. Big parentheses, 2 parentheses minus 3 parentheses, close my big parentheses. Parentheses to the fourth. Okay, what's here? This is u, and u is t squared minus 6. This is z, and z is t squared minus 3. And the bottom is u to the fourth, so t squared minus 6, raised to the fourth. Okay, distribute. And I take that back. I'm not going to distribute because I want that in factored form. 2t, t squared minus 3. Now in here, because I have to clean up, can you guys see that there's some cleaning up we have to do? We're going to want to distribute, combine like terms, because the inside is not in factored form. So that gives me 2t squared minus 12. Distribute the negative 3t squared plus 9. And I'm going to repeat again, you will have something very similar to this on the test. Okay, we're just about done. This piece out here is already factored. There's nothing left to do here. I just have to finish cleaning that up. 2t parentheses, t squared minus 3, 2t squared, take away 3t squared is negative 1t squared. Negative 12 and positive 9 is negative 3. Close parentheses, all over t squared minus 6 raised to the fourth power. Now I wrote bigger in here than I did on the last one I showed you guys earlier, so it did take up more space. There's your answer. Or if you choose to, you can pull that negative out. It is not necessary. 2t, t squared minus 3, positive t squared, and I know I messed up somewhere and I apologize. Let's see where it is at. Nope. Okay, and then you pull out the negative there, so that's t squared plus 3 all over t squared minus 6 raised to the fourth power. Pulling out the negative is not necessary, but you can. Totally your choice. This here, either one of these would be your answer. Okay. I am going to set one more up. Number 2. And we may not be doing this number 2. Okay, we are. I found it. It is x squared minus 1 raised to the fourth times 2x minus x squared times 4 times x squared minus 1 raised to the third power, 2x, all over x squared minus 1 raised to the 8th power. Okay, I'm going to start you off. I'll let you finish and then we'll check it in class together. Okay, 2 terms. They both have an x squared minus 1 in common. Technically, if you wanted to do a substitution for the 2x, you could. I'm not going to, but you can. So I'm just going to let u equal x squared minus 1. Okay, so same as before, I'm going to take that to the front. I don't like it in the back. 2x parentheses. X squared minus 1 is u, so it's u to the fourth power. Take away. Now, this second term here just looks wonky and messy. This is 4x squared times 2x. That is going to become 8x to the third. 4 times 2 is 8, x squared times x is x cubed, and this whole thing is u, so it's u to the third power, all over u to the 8th. You can see now it looks itty bitty, a little more friendly, and most kids can handle this. 2x came to the front, 4x squared and 2x came to the front as 8x cubed, leaving behind the u cubed at the end. GCF is a 2x and a u cubed. 2x and a u cubed. 2x times what will give you this? The 2x is taken care of. I just need one more u to make the u to the 4th. Minus, I want it to be 8x cubed, so that's going to be 4x squared. U cubed, it's already u cubed, it's taken care of, so I'm going to close my parentheses, u to the 8th. Okay, so again, this times u gives me the first term, 2x u to the 4th. This times the minus 4x squared gives me this second piece here, minus 8x cubed u cubed. There's the u cubed, and there would give you the x to the 3rd. Okay, I am going to give you one more step, and then you're going to finish. Oh, you know what? If you wanted to, you could reduce now. This is gone, and this is u to the 5th. The reason you can reduce now is because it is in factored form. GCF, to parentheses, it's all, there's one term at the top. But I do have to clean it up, plug things back in. So 2x parentheses, I'm going to plug my u back in, so parentheses minus 4 x squared all over blank to the 5th. Okay, so what you're going to do, I'm going to stop here, you're going to finish, you're going to put your u in there, your u in there, clean up the inside, and see what you get at the end, and we'll compare answers together in class. That is it for this lesson.